When Jesus came to the territory of Gadara, on the other side of the...
that's Gadara.
Oh, okay, good. All right, I'll try again. When Jesus came to the territory of Gadara on the other side of the lake, he was met by two men who came out of the burial caves there. These men had demons in them and were so fierce that no one dared travel on that road. At once they screamed, "What do you want with us, you Son of God? Have you come to punish us before the right time?" Not far away there was a large herd of pigs feeding. So the demons begged Jesus, "If you are going to drive us out, send us into that herd of pigs." Jesus told them, "Go." So they left and went off into the pigs. The men who had been taking care of the pigs ran away and went to town, where they told the whole story of what had happened to the men with the demons. So everyone from town went out to meet Jesus. When they saw him, they begged him to leave their territory. Now, of course, in this story, Jesus shows up. Some guys that were full of demons, and they were violent, and everybody was scared of them. And Jesus told the demons, "Go, get out." Kind of like he told the storm, "Stop."
I noticed Jesus didn't have to say any like Hail Marys, or there were no exorcism rites, there was no head spinning pea soup, none of that stuff. He just said, "Go."
Go. And they didn't put up a fight. And real simply, go, stop. Yeah, just one word, and it was done. And of course, what does this show in terms of Jesus having authority? He now has authority over what?
The spiritual world.
Yeah, so every sort of basic sphere of existence that ancient people had, and we do, us too, is our bodies. Jesus can do whatever he wants. He has power over them. The natural world, Jesus can simply tell a storm, "Stop," and it stops. And then the spiritual world, the bad guys of the spiritual world, demons and stuff, he simply gives one word, "Go," and they have to obey. They go. So this Jesus guy isn't just a normal run-of-the-mill prophet, just not a normal run-of-the-mill person. He has the authority to communicate and say what he wants. But there's one last story we're going to look at, and we're going to see here Jesus really, really leans in heavy on this. I'm not just simply a regular old person that you guys have dealt with before. One day when Jesus was teaching, some Pharisees and teachers of the law were sitting there, who had come from every town in Galilee and Judea and from Jerusalem. The power of the Lord was present for Jesus to heal the sick. Some men came carrying a lame man on a bed, and they tried to carry him into the house and put him in front of Jesus. Why are they carrying this lame guy?
Do you know what lame means?
Yeah, he told really bad dad jokes?
By that definition, you are lame. But no, this definition means he cannot walk.
Oh, okay. Oh man, because I was thinking why are they carrying the guy if he tells a bunch of just bad jokes? I mean, that makes no... This story makes a lot more sense now.
It does. Okay.
It's all kind of coming together finally. Okay, but here we go. But because of the crowd, they could not find a way to take the lame man into Jesus. So they carried him up on the roof, made an opening in the tiles, and let him down on his bed into the middle of the group in front of Jesus. When Jesus saw how much faith they had, he said to the man, "Your sins are forgiven, my friend." Now the teachers of the law and the Pharisees began to say to themselves, "Who is this man who speaks such blasphemy? God is the only one who can forgive sins." Well, Jesus knew their thoughts and said to them, "Why do you think these things? Is it easier to say your sins are forgiven you, or to say, get up and walk? I will prove to you then that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins." So he said to the paralyzed man, "I tell you, get up, pick up your bed, and go home." At once the man got up in front of them all, took the bed he had been lying on, and went home praising God. They were all completely amazed, full of fear, and they praised God, saying, "What marvelous things we have seen today." Now, the Pharisees understood something here. Okay, this story is Jesus not only having control of the spiritual world, but having a right, or exercising a right that really only one person has the right to exercise, and that is, forgiving sins. Now, for me, I can forgive you of sins like that time you called me lame a little while ago. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, that was hurtful. And I can forgive you of that eventually around Christmas. But like my friend Steve couldn't forgive you for me because you did a grievous wrong. But he can't forgive you for me. But according to the Bible, every time we do wrong, we also offend God. So that means God is the one that has to forgive everybody's sins. And what's Jesus doing here?
He literally forgave sin.
He forgave a guy's sins, said your sins are forgiven. Well, the Pharisees understood this properly. Wait a second, no mere human being can forgive sins, only God can. And they were right. No mere human being can forgive sins. So, are they dealing with a mere human being?
No, they are dealing with God.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now, here's the problem. I kind of feel bad for the Pharisees because 99.99999% of the time, if someone claims to forgive sins, that person's a blasphemer, and they would have been right. But they just happen to be this 0.0001% of the time, they found the one person that is actually God. But here's the thing: Jesus didn't leave. He just didn't leave him hanging. He said, "Okay, let me prove to you. Once again, let me show my authority in this realm of the human body. And if I can do this, if I can fix this body by simply speaking, then I am who I say I am. All these Old Testament prophecies say the Messiah will come and do great miracles and blah, 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 blah. And if I'm doing these things, who am I? So, what right does Jesus have to tell everybody their thinking is wrong? Well,
he has authority over the body, the natural world, the spiritual world, and sin.
That's right. So who has the power over these things? God does. Which means we're not just dealing with Jesus, a mere prophet like Isaiah or Jonah or any of those guys. No, we're dealing with Jesus, this brand new thing. Okay, so pop quiz, hotshot. The Pharisees have witnessed Jesus here, and they have some choices of how they will respond to him. And I want you to see if you can figure out what their response will be.
Okay.
So, number one, they'll see that Jesus did what he did, but they'll claim he has no authority over these areas, and he's simply a blasphemer.
Okay.
Option number two, they will recognize that Jesus demonstrated his authority, that he has the right to say what he says, and he should be followed. Thus, they will follow him as Messiah and God, and will become his disciples.
Okay.
Third option, though they will admit that Jesus demonstrated great power, but that he gets that power from the devil. Therefore, he must be resisted. So go ahead and work it out. What do you think is the answer?
Okay. Well, let's start with number one. Let's see. Jesus has no authority. Well, it was obvious, though, that he had authority. He showed it over and over. Even the people around him said, wow, he's got this authority. So I don't think they would go with number one.
Okay. Don't rule it out, but okay.
Okay, I will. Number two, Jesus demonstrated his authority, and he is God, who he says he is. Yeah, they weren't leaning that direction. Let's see, number three. Number three, Jesus demonstrated great power, but it's because he's of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
how will they respond to this Jesus stuff?
They are going to go with number three, final answer.
That's it.
Hey,
you got it.
All
Good
right.
work.
Okay.
All
thank
right.
you.
Nice work.
Thank you.
I didn't make that hard enough, did I? So here's the thing. If Jesus can do these miracles and he does the miracles that only God can do, that means if they had a wrong idea about the kingdom, they need to listen to his idea of the kingdom. If they had a wrong idea about his purpose, they need to really listen to what his real purpose is. And if they had a bad idea about how to join the kingdom, they need to change it. And if he is saying their leaders are bad, they need to stop listening to the leaders and listen to him. So as he told them, hey, if you want to be a part of this kingdom, you got to be perfect. Well, none of them can. Well, he's showing them a new way now. And that new way is to have their sins forgiven by him. But how does that work? Well, we'll see in upcoming stories.